Sitting here tonight with Mr. David Werba and B-Eazy and Mr. Alexander. I guess it's Mr. Alexander. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead and get started there, Mr. Enlightened Audiovisual. Welcome to Indie Music Live. This is episode 53 with featured artist Marisha. Also, music from Tron, aka Thugga, and Jonathan Vautour. We're triple streaming to Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook Live, so please share this out. And now, welcome your hosts, Mr. David Werba and JoeJoeKeys. And it's Indie Music Live. This is episode 53. I want to let everybody know that we had a last-minute cancellation yesterday of our featured artist because she is quite under the weather. So, Marisha is not here tonight. I was hoping to have her. We're hopefully going to be able to reschedule her sometime in the near future. But instead, we have Mr. B-Eazy tonight because luckily he was around this morning at 7 o'clock this morning when I was trying to find somebody to be on the show, and he just released a new song. So Mr. Werba, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Joe. Give me about 2 minutes here, man. I'm just going to rail off just obscene amounts of data right now. So just
data on
our business, right? After about a year, and you're just talking about this week. Yeah, so we've increased our valuation a little over 20x in 2016. So a little more than 20 times the value that we did when we started together. That's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. We never talk about like specific revenue numbers. I think that's not cool when people do that, but
I mean, it is over $1 million, you know.
Well, no, we're not a $1 million company, but if we continue on the rate that we are right now, we will be in less than 2 years.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So well, I'm sure a lot of people know this, that roughly 95% of online businesses fail to become profitable in the first year. So we've broken through that threshold. I've also done it with my past projects before. And of that 5% that break the threshold, 80% of those fail by the end of year 2. You know, so Indie Music Plus is basically like 18 months old, you know, because you started this before we met. So man, I'm proud of that. You know, I have a lot of pride, with what we built. This is still not our full-time job, yet we've been able to achieve that. And why is that? I think about it, Joe, and it's really, I mean, I look at you as a partner and it's like, what are your qualities? You have to have
pretty. Wait a minute.
Well, I mean, sure. Sexy, a lot of sexiness going on around this room. You have to have a deep passion. You have to have like a good work ethic. You have to have basically the inability to quit, you know, and I knew that when we first met. I saw that in you. It's just like, I'm the same way. It's like you can't approach building a business like, you know, if it doesn't work out in 3 months, you know, we'll just see what happens. Like, no, we're not going to quit. And what you also have to do is you have to align with people that have those same qualities. And that's what we also do. So it's like, oh, who's another guy that has those qualities? Rob Hicks. I mean, he just like, if you work with him, you see his passion, you know, he's not going to give up until he's successful with what's doing. He is, but I mean, he wants to do like 100 times more. So do we. But yeah, so I just reflected on that. I'm proud of what we've done, and you know, even B-Eazy, we've been talking a lot about doing some type of joint venture together because he has a lot of those same qualities as well, and he's our featured artist tonight. So
Well, let me correct that. He's not necessarily the featured artist because he's already been a featured artist. He's our special guest because our featured artist can't. So I just want to clear that up. Although he is pretty freaking cool. No, I mean, there's like some legalities with that. I don't want to like, have somebody be a featured artist twice in the same year. Although, he's totally worth it and could totally do it. But, it was just, so he's our special guest and he's releasing a new song tonight. So
world premiere.
Pretty much like a featured artist. So anyway, I want to welcome some people in the room. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. Indie Music Plus is my life. And I teach piano and stuff to pay my bills, but this is my dream. This is what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to have a music label per se, or, something like that. I've been in bands. I've been around the block quite a few times. And this is where I am right now. And this is where I'm going to stay. And I literally get up and go right to this computer and work until I have to go teach piano, come home and go right to the computer and keep working again. So we're going to be around for a while.
One more thing, Joe. The last thing I wanted to say was you talk about like the work and all the long hours and, just mastering our craft and everything. There's one more thing in there, dude. It's been a blast, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like just meeting all the artists and helping the artists, like zero complaints from our clients.
Yep.
For 18 months. So it's just like, man, I think we're on the right track. And yeah, it's just been awesome. I look forward to the next year.
Yeah, so, cool. Awesome. So let's go ahead and stop stroking ourselves here. And I just want to talk to some people. I want to let some people know that we see them. Mr. Lincoln, we got manager Steve Kolb, Ryan Perez, in the Hustle Zone. I think that's his name of his thing. His group, the Hustle Zone. Ryan Perez up in Canada, old Blab friend. We got Sonia, she's become a regular. Allie's here. Patrick D. Tyler says easy because I feel like it.
Don't forget Quinn Flo.
Ryan Perez, Rob Hicks says hello. And Rob Hicks, Ryan Perez is in the comments. I don't know if you saw it, but he said you're awesome. So, and I agree. So anyway, let's go ahead and listen to the first song of the night before we bring Mr. B-Eazy in. This is going to be Trap God by Tron, a.k.a. Thugga. I think that's how you say it. Again, I'm awesome at saying names. So,
yeah. What up, Thugga?
Studio gangsters, they faking they fraud, but I'm a trap god. Yeah, I'm a trap god. Yeah, I'm a trap god. Nigga, and I am from Indianapolis. My city's in back of this. I got about 1,000 niggas in back of me. I call them my activists. The reason I act like this, cause I be trapping all day and I'm running around with these packages. Trafficking, so you know that I'm always on point like them cactuses. You ask for this, you get it, I got it, no problem. The product is now in your hand, nigga. I promise the shit that I'm selling is #1 high in demand, nigga. Now why would you ask for a brick when you know that you buying a gram, nigga? You pissing me off, now buy it and scram, nigga. If you looking for butter, the color's just a little lighter than tan, nigga. Like it's under the sun on the beach in the heat when you lie in the sand, nigga. If I ever get caught on the street, I don't speak, I'ma lie on the stand. Knowing damn well that the fish that I get is the kind that you cannot go fry in the pan, nigga. This is not flounder. I am the founder of the Yayo Montego. You get from your corner bodega. That's why all my paper be stacked on the block like a Lego. Now Lego your pride and put all that bullshit that you got to the side, cause you know it better than I. When it comes to this trapping shit, I am a god. Hey. We pushers and bangers, we bang on the yard. They studio gangsters, they faking they fraud, but I'm a trap god. Yeah, I'm a trap god. Yeah, I'm a trap god. Yeah. You never catch a nigga lacking, baby. Cause I ain't nothing but a trap god. The VIP, I keep it cracking, baby. Cause I ain't nothing but a trap god. Out in the streets, you know what's happening, baby. Cause I ain't nothing but a trap god. That's why I always keep it trapping, baby. Cause I ain't nothing but a trap.
and that's the Thugga with Trap God. Yeah, so what'd you think of that there, Mr. Werba? Apparently I gave you the wrong song to listen to. I'm not really sure. Are you with me?
Yeah, you're threw a curveball at me here. Sure, man. I'm like trying to do some research on this as I'm listening. It's, I mean, I really liked it. And, I mean, the thoughts going through my head, like I had all this stuff prepared for a different song.
Well, I don't know how that happened. I'm sorry. My apologies.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm just thinking about female rappers right now and how I hate the fact that I think we did this like in a live stream or a chat. It's like talking about female rap. It's like, hey, everyone in the room. We had a bunch of people. We had like 20 people in the room, 25 people. It's like, name 5 female rappers, just period, right now. And I think one person was able to do it. It was just like Nicki Minaj, and it's like just Nicki Minaj. Then that was basically the most common.
Yeah, they're few and far between. That's for sure.
Yeah, I could B-Eazy's like yelling in the background, but he's not on camera, you know. But we'll get to him later. So I don't like that fact. I love female rappers. I love hearing it. It's like I love when they have attitude and they have confidence in their style, and they just kind of break through and let loose. It's like awesome. You know, I love to see it. But yeah, what do you got for this?
No, yeah, I like the song. It's got a lot of energy. I like good female rappers that can hold their own, you know, that aren't faking it or whatever. But this sounds really legit to me.
In production too.
Yeah, I liked it. So, but we're running a little long already. Let's go ahead and bring in Mr. B-Eazy and listen and check out Mr. Alex. It's Mr. Alexander. Is that how you say your name, man? It's Mr. Alexander?
It's Mr. Alexander.
All right, cool. So good. So B-Eazy, man. I'm glad you got in touch with me this morning, because I didn't know you had a new tune coming out, but apparently you did. You did. So, and I checked it out this morning. It was totally worth listening to. So why don't you let us know a little bit about it before we take a listen?
Yeah, basically it's called Fist Up. Me and It's Mr. Alexander. We actually got a joint project that we're doing together, EIP. So this is definitely one of the singles off of that, along with I Feel Like, which is already on SoundCloud right now. Basically, we just wanted to come and actually have something to say. Like, you guys know I'm on the show all the time, and I tell you it's all about having beating behind.
Oh, I know.
So the song actually had meaning, and we decided like we wanted to do the back and forth thing to kind of make it more entertaining and show off some skills.
Yeah, I like that part. That's obviously the first thing I noticed. It's cool. It's a nice back and forth, man. I love when you guys are like having a conversation.
Yeah, appreciate it. A lot of people been hitting us back. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback about just the back and forth. Like, people are amazed about that part. But overall, I feel like it's a good song. You know what I'm saying? And if you really listening and paying attention, you might actually learn something, or at least learn our perspective on life. Pretty well.
Awesome. Well, we're going to come back just a couple minutes. I got a 2-minute sample of the brand new song, and what's it called? It's called Fist Up.
Fist Up.
Fist Up. Let's go ahead and take a listen to that, Rob.
Gone for a minute, I ain't never left, oh I get it. I was probably in the zone by myself, I don't get it. Why they think I do it all for myself? Started with nothing and grew it all by itself.
And we never ask y'all for the help. Ball hugging niggas do it all for themselves. Young niggas funny, go and get a little money. Then like a dummy, spend it all on the
Must be in they jeans to be stupid niggas. Making moves is our true religion.
Man, these hoes got no religion. Race got dreams, playing pole position.
Z38, my roof is missing, I'm God. Fuck your superstition.
Watch my feet, 3 pats on the back for the caps on the beat. Going plat with the plat like a room full of tits with the racks on the racks. And I swear I'm a vet like I'm back from Iraq. Shot town, I'ma put it back on the map. Whack rappers, we go put some back to the back.
Oh, you got confidence? Recognize I'm a king and it's all about dominance. Call me an anacondalis, or an alien baby that one from Metropolis.
But the size what Gotham is, and my pride is the size of a large hippopotamus.
We was down for scholarships, now we shining brighter than halogens. No, this ain't battling, I'm just converting, call me the catalyst.
They wonder why my words have been so damaging, cause I've been watching the game like an analyst. Damn it, it's
Fist up, it's up cause my bitch up. She up cause my wrist nuts. Bitch, what? In a strip club throwing bottles up like.
Damn, shorty, I think the sky is falling. Order my is calling. Proceed with how
I
you
say my
caution.
bitch up, it's up cause my bitch up. She up cause my wrist nuts. Bitch, what? In the strip club throwing bottles up like.
Damn, shorty, I think the sky is falling, or the Messiah's calling. Proceed with higher caution. Couldn't bring forth change and remain myself. Had to Kurt Cobain when I changed myself.
Smell like Teen Spirit, but I feel top shelf. I don't see the competition in the lane by myself.
Know some haters out there probably prayed that we failed. Couldn't let them infiltrate, so we stayed to
All
ourselves.
these soft ass niggas just bang for the help. I bang on your bitch, put the bitch to work and get brain for the help. I aim for the belt, slave to the game, I'm a grave with the wealth.
It's the same for myself when you raws cocaine. Respect gets confused with the fame and the wealth.
Might need a little Buddhism, might need a little Ramadan. Wish life was more lemonade, not animated, no Comic-Con. Ashtray full of roaches, and we pissing out this Parmesan.
And that's the brand new song from Mr. B-Eazy and his friend, it's Mr. Alexander. They're in Chicago tonight, hanging out with us, filling in for our featured artist who got a little sick. So I gotta say, man, before I turn it over to Dave to dig into you, as you know, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I can never imagine talking that fast ever. So that's my thoughts. I love the song. Thanks guys for coming on. I'll talk to you afterwards. Dave.
Holy cow, are you guys ready? Oh my God, this is gonna be fun. All right, so I just started a new project. It's called Flow Det Entertainment. It's like freaky, luscious optimists doing all things awesome. That's just the project I'm working on. And, but I hear, B-Eazy, I heard that you were working on something called No Dat. I mean, it's kind of old by now because of my thing, but why don't you talk about that, man? Like, what is No Dat, man? I mean, you share the hashtag everywhere. How is it tied into everything you're doing? Just say a few words on that, man.
Basically, No Dat Entertainment is an entertainment company. Right now, we specialize in music, but we definitely plan on venturing off into a lot of other things like music videos, possibly movies, little things like that. And basically, like you said, N-O-D-A-T. The politically correct term would be knowledgeable Negroes out there doing all things. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're in Chicago, then it's knowledgeable niggas optimistically doing all things entertainment. So that's the purpose behind the brain, just to show that like we're not half-assing, we're not coming forth doing stuff, not thinking about it. Like it's a plan to it. It's well thought out, so it'll be well executed.
No, that's a smart thing to do. I think a lot of people, I don't want to call it a mistake, but they build a brand or a band or whatever the business is, and they just start trying to build that. And then over time, it's like, hey, let's build something else to kind of support it. And it's like, let's build something else later. It's like, you're doing all that now. You're like doing all this like branding technique before you release content. That's smart. Like that's the smart thing to do. But let's get to this song, man. All right. So it starts out, I'm thinking like Lauryn Hill. It's got like a Lauryn Hill vibe. It's just kind of slow, just like, oh, cool. It's just going to be a real mellow, thoughtful song. And then boom, it's just like, and it's just like comes in like that. So, and it's like enter, it's Mr. Alexander. And so, man, I'm like going back to Ruth Acuff with this, Joe, in terms of this going back in time. You'll get it, man. So I'm thinking 1974, mid-year, and Mr. Alexander and B-Eazy they jump on the time machine. They go back in time and they walk into a venue, and who's playing there? Buddy Rich is playing a little jazz set. He's just going, pss, pss, he's just going nuts. And back and forth. It's like a battle. It's like a poetry battle within the song. And you create this vibe behind it. And I loved it, man. It's
the crazy part about it.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
The crazy part about it, when we were writing it, the whole goal was to make just one verse, but put both our aspects on it, but it had to run so fluidly to make it sound like one person talking. So it's crazy, to hear you say it sounds like a conversation, because I never really even looked at it like that. Playing it back.
No, it was. No, I mean, you guys got a similar tone. It's not like one guy's super low and one guy's super high. It's somewhat similar, but you can tell that it's different voices. At least I can.
Oh yeah,
right.
But Yeah, B-Eazy, what you want to talk about this song? Like what you were kind of trying to create in terms of the vibe, like maybe a setting. I mean, you have to address like the retro just feel to it.
See, on the retro feel to it, you gotta talk to the producer. It's Mr. Alexander.
Okay.
He actually produced it. So in terms of that, it was just like we were in the studio. I think it was me, it's Mr. Alexander, Big Los, who's the CEO of Know That Entertainment, and maybe one or two more people. You know, he was playing his beats. He went through this. It was just that vibe, and just clicked, and it just kind of like unveiled from there. It's like we both were already talking. Like, you know, you had conversations in the studio, so you might be talking about stuff from a previous conversation and just trying to incorporate it in the song.
I actually talked to my man Big Close before too. I was talking to him about it before, and we were talking about that spaceship and how good it was when Kanye did it. So the whole thing was, I just kept listening to it, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. He had a slow pace, but the song was great. He had a slow pace. I just wanted to add an up-tempo feel to it.
Yeah, I hear you. And it's like, I told B-Eazy when I first heard it, I'm like, man, that picture, I love the picture. The picture represents that mid-70s like retro feel to it. So it almost like fits with the song. That's why I'm asking. It's like you must have been conscious of that's somewhat of an influence to make a picture like that, because you did the graphics too. That's cool.
Yeah, it's all connected. Everything, whatever my man does, I just
Know
do it. Hey, does a video, it might be a fancy set, like the way he said it. Like we just went into a poetry set or a jazz set, and was just like, hey man, let's just battle poetry right now, pretty much like you said. So,
all right, so like I haven't heard any other song. Is this a new album, or are you just dropping singles?
Actually,
it's been recorded already. Like we've been finished recording. Like all the songs have been done. We've just been kind of sitting on it. So it's definitely a 2017 release. So
taking a different method instead of just dropping everything at one time, just to give them a feel for how it will be.
Which just goes back to like just everything being well thought out. Like we try and give it to you bits and pieces.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like Joe, I mean, come back in after this question. I'll just kind of leave it here, but I'm sure a lot of artists are trying to figure out like what is a good strategy in terms of the ratio that you release music, or it's like one a month. Like what do you feel is the right thing to do in terms of if the album's done, it's like what, every month you release a single, and then after 10 months, then everyone has the full album? Like what's the strategy there?
Actually, we was thinking just coming, like, that was our problem, I felt like, one a month. I feel like we need to drop more content, more consistent, because we have a lot of projects, like a lot of projects, me with him, me solo, him solo.
Like, it'll probably be more like we may release a single, like, this is a single from the project, right? So we're probably gonna let this single rock out for a little while, do some visuals, get the visuals out. We may end up doing like throw up a little Lucy, a little promo joint that may not be on the project, just to get some more visuals to draw attention to us as artists and whatever we doing, and then drop another single off of the project. So it
all right, cool.
depends.
Yeah, cool. Joe, come back, man.
On the weather out there.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah. Good stuff, man. B-Eazy, I love knowing you, man. I'm glad you're part of our community, dude. You've been coming around on Thursday nights, and seeing you on Twitter, and we're friends on Facebook and stuff. And man, it's just good people, man. Good vibes. So I'm digging it.
Likewise, I definitely appreciate being a part of the Indie Music Plus family.
Excellent. And it's Mr. Alexander. You're more than welcome, man, to be coming around too anytime you want. So.
I'll be here.
Cool. So I don't want to cut you short, guys, but we're going a little long. We got to listen to another song. So why don't you let us know where everybody can find you all online, find your music? I'm sure everybody, all of our regular fans already know, but why don't you let us know?
Specifically on SoundCloud right now, it's Mr. Alexander. That's ATSMRALEXANDER. That's
cool.
everything. YouTube.
Everything.
SoundCloud, Facebook, wherever.
Excellent.
And it's going to be more consistent. It's gonna be very frequent. So you'll be expecting that. You'll be seeing something else next week for sure.
Cool.
And y'all,
Joe, at Team Easy KD on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. If you check out the comments, you can follow me on Facebook, SoundCloud, Eastside Easy, VIP on the way. Know that.
Right on. Right on. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight and taking the place of our featured artist and being our special guests and premiering your
Yeah.
B-Eazy, you're always a featured artist, man. But I just it's just rules. Just rules. So anyway, again, thank you guys for hanging out. You can hang out with us in the green room while we're listening to these tunes. And I want to let everybody know about the Musicians Roundtable that we do every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at the same place. B-Eazy is normally a member of it. I want to let you know that we are not going to have a roundtable this week just because of the holidays and such, and our just situations. So we're hoping to be back next week, same time, same place, on Thursday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go ahead and wrap up this episode with our last song of the evening. What? And let's listen to Jonathan Vautour, Monday. You can check out this review on the website, indiemusicplus.com.
Six a.m. Alarm goes off again. 2 hours sleep, eyes dark as could be. Drive to work, thoughts drowned out by headlights. And I'll work my fingers to the bone. Nothing left of me when I get home. And it's hard to sing when you can't find the air to breathe. And it's hard to see when it's all just beyond your reach. And it's hard to believe when you're crawling on your hands and knees, so hard to bear the weight of all your dying dreams. 6 a.m. Roll out of bed again. Rub my eyes, I still feel half asleep. Here we go, it seems like it.
All right. And that's Monday on a Tuesday night on Indie Music Live. That was Jonathan Vautour. Vautour? Am I saying that right?
Vautour.
So I did the review on this, so you pretty much know. You can go and check out the review and find out what I think about this song. Overall, it's good. I feel like he is searching for something. He's searching for his thing almost. You know what I mean? He's got good songs. He's a good player. He's a good singer, but it's almost like he needs to find that something. So what do you think, Dave?
I said this, I think roughly 6 months ago with another band, which is I love his next album. I love his next album. I'm a huge fan of his next album.
Sure. No, I understand what you mean by that.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah.
I hope the listeners do as well, because I'm thinking of, you actually mentioned it in the review, which was, holy cow, what's his name? Let me look it up real quick.
Jack Johnson.
Jason Mraz, which, if anyone's a Jason Mraz fan here, like a super fan, they probably remember his first album. Like he had pitch issues, man. Like it wasn't great. He had like one single that was pretty good, but there were some issues there, man. He struggled with his high voice, but you know, he just kept working hard, and the next album after that was his breakout. Like it was huge. He had like, you know, 3 or 4 singles that were Hot 100. So that's what I'm feeling with Jonathan. Like he has a very nice voice. When he gets into the, you know, high falsetto range, the transition it's not smooth. It's just a little choppy when he goes up there, and it's just not quite as strong as I think it will be in like probably 6 months from now. I think the producer he's working with, if he is, or if he's doing it himself, I think he's doing a good job. I think the acoustic guitars on this is a really nice, warm sound. I really like good panning, perfect panning. That's exactly how I would do it. Vocals center, everything kicked in the end. So yeah, it's just like, it's right there. But I would still consider this like a demo album.
Yeah.
Be totally like blunt about it. And I think the next one is where the magic happens. But
yeah,
that's is really good, man.
Yeah, I overall I liked it. I like his style, and I mean, it seems like he just needs to have a little more experience, maybe, you know, gigging out. It seems like he plays a lot. I was kind of looking over his Facebook page, you know, when I was checking him out and stuff, and it seems like he's got a lot of gigs. He's got a lot of support. You know, he's working hard. It seems like to me. So, and I believe he's from Canada.
Yeah, I think he is from Canada, and it's almost like live streaming, or podcasting, or anything like that. There's this kind of I don't know, just this saying that goes around is once you reach 100 shows or 100 podcasts, like then you're ready. And I just went over that personally. We're at like I believe 53 tonight. I've done other in the past, so I'm like a little over 100 personally. You're probably there too, because you did radio in high school and everything.
Well, and a bunch of podcasts before this. I X'd all of them out though, yeah. Yeah,
so I mean, our early shows were, you know, you look back on them, it's like, oh, they're just still kind of searching for their flow and everything.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and it almost kind of applies for this too. It's like once he plays 100 live shows, and maybe that's going to be before he reaches his second album, which would be awesome. But I mean, we both have played 100. I played over 800 shows, and it's like, I would say maybe after like 200, we're really kind of finding our groove, where it was just second nature when we were playing.
Oh yeah.
And we're not worried about how we look or worried about movement or tone, and it's just everything is dialed in, and you're just like rocking at that point. So I would just say he's not quite there yet, but it's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
It's really clear to me that it will happen for him.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. Cool, man. So that's episode 53, I think. I want to remind everybody that we're not going to be here this week for our Musicians Roundtable. We will be back on Tuesday night, next Tuesday night, for the Indie Music Live episode 54 with Allison Clancy, who you can actually catch the raw, unedited interview that I've already done with her. She was in Sweden. She's a ballerina, actress, dancer that's working with a company over in Sweden in Swedish. And she's from New York City and just came out with her first self-titled album. So we're going to be talking to her next week. And you can catch the unedited raw video on our Facebook page right now. We just did the
Allison Clancy? Krause?
No, Allison Clancy.
Oh,
It is funny though, because I'll talk to you about it later, but it is funny. I was thinking about the similarities between the names the other day. I was like, wow, that's really weird.
Yeah. Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah. You can send all presents and gifts to my Facebook page. I remember you can send money there, and yeah. Enlightened Audiovisual, as always, thank you very much for providing these amazing live. What? Merry Christmas. Yeah, Rob says Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, and if you're, Kwanzaa, whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Kwanzaa, Joe, please address Kwanzaa, please.
Kwanzaa, Festivus. Anyway, we will catch you next week, and we'll always see you on indiemusicplus.com. Thank you all for watching, and cheers.